I should have recorded this video a while ago, but ladies and gentlemen, there's no other way to put it. It is 24 years at the brand here at Nike. Let's go. Hola, ¿qué tal? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your host here on Fuel Pasión podcast, where we talk about cultura, how do we immerse ourselves in it? We talk about faith and how do we grow in that? And we talk about conexiones, the connections, the importance of networking. My name is Noan El Boricua, host, and really excited to be able to bring to you this video. Like I let the cat out the bag. Now I'm wearing a Dodgers jersey. I think the appropriate video would have been a Laker Kobe inspired jersey, but hey, you got to just deal with the card that's given. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's the right saying, but all this to say that I'm really excited because one, as I get to be able to create some really cool content for you guys that I hope is not just inspirational, but it motivates you and really helps you seek out the different passions that you get after in life. Let it be entrepreneurial, career, education, relationship, community. Let me just share for just a quick minute of like what I do here. Now, I clearly have my notes here. So my role currently, I'll probably be making another video in about a couple months. But currently my role here at the brand is I am working within the talent acquisition team. And basically in layman's terms, I'm a talent recruiter. So my job, along with my amazing team in North America, as well as Mexico, which I'll talk about that in a bit, is the opportunity to really understand how do we get after and seek some of the most amazing leaders that will be working at our stores within North America. And as well as in this case, for me to be able to lean in Mexico as well and be able to find talent from an associate lens, or we call them athletes, to a leadership lens. So really excited that I get a chance to do that. I've been doing that now for a little over 6 years now. I'll be talking about recruitment down the road of what that journey's been looking like as a recruiter. But I started out at Nike Town Beverly Hills. I don't know if you guys remember Nike Town LA back in the day. I had a chance to start there as a seasonal, work my way to a part-time, eventually became full-time, worked not only on the floor, but I had a chance to do visual merchandising. I got to see and understand what it looks like to, see a paper directive in retail, all the way to bringing it to life on the floor, and to be able to see consumers, to touch the mannequins' outfits, to be able to grab the shirt. Look, I know it's a thing, man. If you work in retail, I know how you feel when someone opens up and then destroys your stacks. But I look at it as a compliment. I look at it that we did our job and that we enticed the consumer. So I did that. I had the chance to work really a long time in retail. Why? Because there's some other things to me. Something that I've learned along the way is that the job doesn't just define who you are. Because I've had the chance outside of like getting my education, seeking out how to serve in different types of communities. And that was something that I think that I hope can help you guys understand. Look, someone says they've been at Nike for 20 plus years. They should be a director, potential CEO, vice president. I get it. But some of us have different callings and journeys. And my journey has really been understanding how do I give back to my community outside of Nike. Again, we could challenge that and say, well, you could do that through the lens. But I think that it's okay. It's okay that I've been working in retail. I've learned so much. And I've had the opportunity to not only work at Nike Town LA, but eventually work at Nike Santa Monica. Not only that, I had the chance to be on what they call like go teams, where they do store openings for San Francisco, for the women's marathon. For those that remember, it's coming back, those races for our women out there, as well as just remodeling stores in San Francisco, understanding the beauty of going above and beyond the, like, just understanding what the consumer wants. And I think for me, I had a chance to go to North Park, Texas to open that store. It was the first ever Nike store that was at full price retail in the state of Texas. I had a chance to be a part of that, and so many other different projects and events through retail. I think a lot of times we look at retail so differently, but really retail is a career. And I've been blessed because outside of like going from retail, now I'm working in talent acquisition. So wanted to just kind of share a couple moments and really be grateful because I think one of the first things that I really love about working at the brand, it's the people. And there's so many people to name. I can't name all of you. So I think really the culture at the brand is really undefeated when it comes to its people. And I think when you understand a workplace that has really good people, it's a good thing. And look, there's been many times that I've had colleagues of mine that went on to move on to do bigger and greater things. There were times, if I'm gonna keep it 100, that I questioned why did we let go of such great talent. But at the end of the day, I look at it as a journey. And I think for me, as I think of like this Mamba mentality, which I'll get to eventually because it's 24 years, I think the biggest thing for me to understand about being at this brand is that the leaders and the people that have had a chance to be a part of like the work and them impacting me, man, it's unreal. Some that I call friends today. And I want to go into this other thing of like what I love about the brand is that it's allowed me through the years. And look, we no one's perfect, no company's perfect, but it's allowed me through the years to understand, which I kind of wrote down here and put it's really the culture of opportunity, an opportunity to be authentically and genuinely yourself. And that's been me. I've had the opportunity to be myself to almost to a fault where at a certain point people thought that I was just too for the people or like I was the people's champion if that's the right verbiage. And over the years that's kind of gone away because at the end of the day, I know sometimes I come off too motivating. Sometimes I come off too passionate and too invested into what you're trying to get to. That's just who I am. That's authentically me, the way that God created me, is to be able to see other amazing people just like you to get to that next level. And that you, yes, you have inspired me to be able to get to that level. And that's why I'm at the role that I'm at today is because of people like you. And that's inside and outside of the brand. I'm grateful for this, just the culture of opportunity. And then the other thing that I wanted to share is that I think the beauty of this company at Nike is the competitive spirit. Woo! Man, when you think of like John McEnroe, when you the fire of Nike, when you think about the soul, like the Steve Prefontaine, and you think of like Jeff Johnson, and you think of like all these people throughout the history of Nike and its company, even Phil Knight. Look, this ain't a plug. I'm not sponsored by this. Like Shoe Dog is an amazing book. And I think when you get to understand the competitive spirit, wow. Like, you know, in the Bible, there's a proverb that says iron sharpens iron. And each and every one of you out there that I've had a chance to work with and to be able to lead, you've made me better. And my hope and prayer is that I've made you better. So I think that competitive spirit is really understanding the beauty of that. And I think it's important that, look, I say this all the time, surround yourself with greatness. You want to be great? Look around. Is there greatness around you? And if there isn't, maybe it's something to look at. Which lands me to this. Year 24 for your boy Noam. It's all about the Mamba mentality. I've shared it in the last video. Is understanding what to get after that. And I think for me, when I think about this Mamba mentality, it resonates with me. And my challenge and really my call to action to you is that hopefully you can also take it on. Look, I'll put it right here. It's simple, right? It's understanding. And one of the things that I'm going after, because again, this is where I'm going to bring in Mexico. I've been challenged these past couple months, and I've had to learn a lot of different things in the context of HR, bylaws, understanding just the communication language, because it's different. Like HR business Spanish is different from just everyday Spanish that I get to talk. But that's okay, because the Mamba mentality in me is understanding to have a passion to get after it. But more importantly, what I'm looking at this year is focus. How do I focus on mastering the fundamentals? How do I focus on challenging the narrative and challenging the status quo to really think outside the box? I think for me is, look, a good friend of mine said once, that my approach to life is this ministry of excellence. And I think that this is why I say that year 24 here at Nike is about the Mamba mentality. So I want to encourage you to embrace the challenges. I want to encourage you to seek out your passions. Look, this is the call. No matter if you work at Nike, Google, Guess, wherever you work at, city job, government, military, law enforcement, if you're an entrepreneur or if you're aspiring one day because you're currently getting your education done, my hope is that you could take on and understand, find a company where you can be among the people, find a company that can challenge your competitive spirit and to grow you, and find a moment for yourself to stay authentic to what you believe in and what you stand for. And I'm grateful that Nike's done that for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you can understand my approach to the Mamba mentality. And I hope you also get to understand that there's beauty in the struggle. So yeah, go for it. I have. Look, I was 16 years old in like honors for chemistry. And I had just gotten the news that I was cut from the team. And I did not know what I was going to do with my life. I was a sophomore. You could say that's dramatic, but I wanted to know what I wanted to do. And at the end of the day, the one thing that I always thought about is that I love sport and I love fashion. And at that time, full circle, Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson were at the top of their prime. And Nike was doing some of the dopest stuff. And that's why at age 16, I said one day I will work for this company in whatever capacity that looks like. And here I am 24 years later. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the highs and lows, but I'm also grateful for the lessons that I've learned to understand how to become a good leader, how to be a better worker. And we're still a student of the game. So we'll see what happens in the next year or two of where I land and what I go after. But as of right now, I'm here to focus, to find the best talent for all of our stores in North America and Mexico. And I get a chance to work in our ERG and to be able to motivate our Latin community here at the brand. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Shout out to my WHQ World Headquarters. Shout out to all my people here in LA, the Westies. And shout out to just my North America familia, where we get after this work and seeking the talent and finding the Eakins, the storytellers, the store managers, the district, directors, all of these roles. We get a chance to be a part of this and some other ones. And that's the beauty of it. And I hope that you can find your passion, seek it out, go for it. And like always, my hope is that you can share it. Check us out, fuelpasionpodcast.com. Y como siempre, immerse yourself dentro de la cultura, grow in your faith, and always make those conexiones. Y como dice mi abuelita, que Dios te bendiga.